Hey guys, this is Rick with Just Silver. What we're going to do today is we're going to make a whole bunch of jump rings in order to make a bracelet. We're using 16 gauge Mandarin aluminum art wire, and it's really cheap. It's like $10–12 a roll. Get 100 feet. Some manufacturers will give you up to 150 feet per roll. It depends on which one you go with. I got some mandrels here with holes in the middle of them. You can get them from Pepe's, or you can get off brands from other people. You know, it's who you want to buy from is what you want to do. You see that hole there? That's what you put the wire through. Now other people, they don't even have holes in their mandrels. They just use their mandrels. This is a 7.5 millimeter, so this is what I'm using in order to make a chain like this. This is a full Persian bracelet. There's about 230 rings per bracelet. For a man my size is 8¼ almost 8.5 inches in diameter for my wrist of where I like wearing it at. But this is a full Persian. This is made out of pure silver, 0.999. I made this especially for myself. I make smaller ones and bigger ones. And we also make colored ones like what we're doing right now. Now what I got here is a drill, Black & Decker drill, and I'm putting that 16 gauge right there in that hole, and we're going to turn the drill on, and we're going to make a whole bunch of jump rings. Alright, we're going to get our cutter. We'll snip this off here at the end. And then if you look right here, you'll see there's let me turn it over just a little bit, where it's got the hole into that, where it starts to wrap the wire around. That's where you want to snip it, right there. And that way it comes off. You got all your wire right here, and you're going to have to cut these up in little pieces. I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. What I'm going to do now is make a blue one, and we're going to take this one over there, and we're going to make a blue one right here. This is the same kind. It's number 16 gauge. I didn't show it up. Anyhow, yeah, 16 gauge Mandarin art wire. It's blue. You can get every color in the rainbow. It doesn't matter what color you want to use. If you want to use something Christmas-y, like what's coming up right now, Christmas, then you can use that. I like just particular colors that I know a lot of people like, what I use already, and I make a lot of bracelets of those colors, and that's what I work on. And I got about, I don't know, 1,700 bracelets. Yeah, what do I need with that many? Because I go to a lot of swap meets. Like what's fixing to come up is the Houston Rodeo. That has 5 million people coming to it for over 20 days. That's why I have so many bracelets. I sell a lot of bracelets every day. And that's the end of it right there. You want to leave just a hair on there. And get the snippers. Snip it off. Get it out of your way. And you want to get down here at the end, like the first one. Right there, you want to snip that off. Like that. Off it comes in an array like that. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to cut this stuff where it will make your life easier when you're cutting this wire, these jump rings, in order to make this bracelet. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get this little piece right here, And I'm going to snip it off like that. And then we're going to start now. Okay, get this to where I can see it and y'all can see it too. Okay, I usually do about 3 or 4 at one time. And what I do, this is a one-sided cutter. You have to cut both of these, both sides, in order to get a flush cut. If y'all watched any of my videos, y'all see how that comes out just like that? Both sides of that wire is flush. And it has to be flush, otherwise your bracelets are going to look like dog trash. So anyhow, yeah, you have to plan on this. So what I do now is, let me show you how to do this to where it's take you time and everything of that nature. So we're going to get 3 of them right here. Well, it looks like we got 4 anyhow. We're getting 4 right there. I got my light on my hood, so it's showing up too. So we're going to snip this. You see how one side of that is slanted and one side is flush? That's what I'm talking about, these cutters. They only cut one side flush. The other side is a slant because it squishes the wire in order. That's the way it works. So I'm just going to cut off that little bitty part right there. Just that little part is all I'm going to cut. And that way both sides are flush right there like that. So when you go to putting a piece of wire together, let me get my utensils over here. When you go to get this piece of wire right here and you want to make it flush, and the circle that you're making, you want that circle to be just like this. Let's see where my camera is, right there. See the best place I can come up with. Right there. Let's zoom in just a little bit here. There we go. All right. See how that is? Flush like that. That's what you need to have. And you want to have where both sides are touching each other. If it was silver and you got to weld it, it will be easy to weld like this, because all you got to do is put your flux on there, heat up a little bit, let it flow, and it will flow just perfect right through there. And that will make the perfect cut for the perfect part that you want soldered. Now let me show you this, just for instance here. Now this is just a regular jump ring. One of them, I just cut this. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is show you how these one-sided cutters work. If you got a cutter that cuts both sides, I guarantee you this is going to happen, and you're not gonna like it. They say it cuts both sides. It does not. One side is flush, and if I go to cut this side right here, excuse me, with the same side, look what you get. It squished it, and you got a bent part like I just cut off of them other ones. See how that is? It squished it. And every time you cut something on this side, it's going to end up just like that, bent. And if you think you got a flush cutter that's got both sides to cut flush, you better look at it real good, because it's going to end up, both sides are going to be just like this. And this is what I want to try to explain to y'all the best. Okay? Now I know this is just a little piece of wire here, but I want to show you this. I want to see how you're going to weld two pieces of wire that look like this. Now, you show me how you can do that. I see plenty of people trying, but what it all comes down to is, what would you rather have? Two pieces of wire like that, flush, with points on them? That ain't much to weld on. So it's what you feel that. I'd rather have two pieces that are flush instead of 2 points. That would break. Okay, so this is what we're trying to do now. I'm basically just showing y'all about cutting this wire where you can make you a whole bunch of bracelets. And I can show you how to do it, and hopefully you'll do a like and a share and ring that little bell. I don't know why, but anyhow, I guess you're telling somebody you're knocking at their door. But you want to do this, you want to snip it. Get you a couple of snippers, a bunch of them. They do wear out. And then boom, you got a whole bunch of flush right there. They're all flush on one side, and they're all flush on that side. There's no points. And that's what you want to get all together. See that one little piece right there? That's all it was, just a piece that I had cut. See how they're flush on both sides? That's what you need. Now I want you to cut all these. Yep, there's a whole bunch of them. There's about 50 of them on each one. And then I will show you, once I cut all these, I'll come back on and I'm going to show you how to put them all together, where you're going to make a beautiful bracelet that looks like this. This is called a full Persian. It goes around by the end of time, the earliest part, before Jesus was even sacrificed. And you see that little cut right there? That's a flush cut. Now, this is mine. I wear it every day. Of course, they get loose. They're not welded. This is just jewelry that is sewed together. It's hard to pull apart because it's weaved together. That's what it's called, a weave. And it shines really nice in the sunlight, but it's dirty right now. But anyhow, this is what I want y'all to learn how to do, is to learn how to do things like this in your own clasp. You can make your own clasp. It doesn't matter how you make it. If you're happy with it, that's what needs to be done. You're happy with it. Okay, well, I'll let y'all go. Y'all work on these circles, on cutting them straight, and I'll talk to y'all in about 30 minutes. Thank you. Y'all have a good day.